Hey guys, it's your girl REXRU saying, and I am back with another video. This is not a scheduled part of the routine, but listen, I'm gonna have to pencil this in on the eulogy tonight. I was trying my best not to speak on this because a lot of times people take what you say with an emotion when things should be taken with an emotion, when it just only has to do with your mind. Sometimes you don't have to intertwine your heart and your mind. And for whatever reason, a lot of people are emotional about this topic and others. That has absolutely nothing to do with them or the price of tea in China. With that being said, this whole situation with Donald Trump, the ICE situation, the immigrancy, and what happened with the lady, there are people who are not from America who are here legally. You understand? There are people all over the world, people from America who live in other countries who are there legally. Those people went through the proper channels to, become citizens of whatever region of the world that they desire to live in at that appointed time in their life. And I feel like that is just, a common courtesy of the law of the lands of the entire world. You understand? If you can afford it, you can have it. What's for you is for you. What's not is not. As long as you do things the right way, everything is cool. Nobody cares about immigrants anywhere in the world. You allow, that's a part of having free will. That's your God-given right. Go where you want. Do as you please. Have fun. You understand? But the problem comes in America when people have a problem, one, minding their business. I had to be frank. Mind you, I have no emotion behind this. Two, I would say the problem is the lack of being able to read the room. Three, we don't understand context clues. We having a problem understanding context clues. And four, a lot of people have a problem respecting authority and rules. In order for things to flow, no matter if it's good or bad, it must work decently and in order. This situation with ICE, it is a situation that's going on, yes, but it does not concern American-born citizens, people who are here legally. You can go over to these countries of these people who fled here, and you can go there legally, right? Listen to what I'm saying. And get yourself hurt. Simply because you are from America. You could have went through all the proper channels and get yourself hurt simply because you are an American citizen and they don't like America. They do not like you. They do not respect you. And when that happens, it may not be made a big deal about. It might be swept under the rug. You might just go missing and nobody find you. Who knows? But, you won't have the media or the luxury that you would have if you were here in America. And that's a part of being American. And that's something that I understand because despite of the color of my skin, you understand, and the origins of how I may have even gotten here in the first place, I am American, and as long as you do things the right way, everything is going to be okay here in America. This is people dream about coming here. People want to come here. You understand? This is where people flee to because of the freedom, the sovereignty, the things that you can do here in America. It's a good place to be if you want to make yourself great. So, all this stuff about I don't know the situation that happened. I do know, but I don't want to speak on the exact logistics of it, exactly what happened and how it happened. But a lot of these people who are coming over here illegally are not being accounted for in our census. You understand? A lot of people who come over here illegally are not being, honest about everything. I'm not saying that they do have to be honest about everything. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is someone can be a serial drug lord, a serial SA, a serial apist, anything. You understand what I'm saying? And they can flee their country and come here, and now they're a threat to you and the society that has been deemed safe for you, your family, and your children, the people who are here legally, and the citizens who work hard every single day. So now my question to you is, do you think that if you went over to these foreign countries that they would give a damn what their government did to you? Do you think that they would be out in the streets protesting against their leader in reference to what their government chose to do to you? This is what I'm trying to make sense to me. This is what I'm starting to think that everybody is delayed. Everybody, or maybe it's not that, and I don't say that to be disrespectful or offensive. I promise I don't. I'm saying it because, like, I really am having a hard time understanding and interpreting what it is that the American-born people see an issue with, ICE and Donald Trump and what it is that he's doing for his country, when in 2020 and from 2016, from the year 2016 to the year 2020, he gave every opportunity to every region of the world to build up themselves. He said, make the world great again, not just make America great again. You understand? But maybe we weren't watching the news. Maybe we weren't watching what was happening around us. Maybe we were occupied and doing other things, So that's what I'm here. Miss REX is here to do. I'm here to remind you of the fact that things don't involve you. Don't get yourself all worked up over things that does not involve you. That has nothing. Do what you have to do for you. You understand it? Can you imagine someone wanting to become an American citizen? They working so hard. They coming up with the money out of thin air. Okay? They coming up with the resources. They have to remember these people actually going through it properly, right? And it's not easy if you're not from America. Anywhere you go, it won't be easy becoming a citizen, because you have to deal with, the personalities of a different culture, the food, the language, everything. It's just not an easy thing to do. But imagine doing that legally, and you fighting and working hard to build everything from scratch, and you finally get that for yourself. Imagine that, right? And then imagine somebody coming and stepping on your toes because they are doing the same thing illegally. They're not only taking from American citizens, they're taking from people who been there and done that, who had to come and get it from the muscle. You understand? It's levels to this. You just don't get in here and get the big fish. You got to go through the food chain. And y'all had these personalities like y'all sharks. But what y'all saying and doing is not aligning with the way that us sharks move. It's just not making sense. All in all, what I'm trying to say is God bless America and those who were born American. Some people who look like me, ancestors, were born here as slaves, and they were forced to do labor. You understand? They weren't born here. They had the privilege of coming over here because it was a great place. They had to build a great place up for us to be in the first place. You understand? It just didn't happen overnight. They weren't able to escape what they were going through because they weren't really going through anything. They were making their own nation great. With that being said, I just want to. Donald Trump said that every part of the world should build their self up. He was willing to, build. He had a plan, but everybody didn't want that plan. They still wanted to harvest America's energy, harvest what America was doing, build off America, be the background dancers for America, in my opinion. And again, there's no emotion attached to what I'm saying. I'm just speaking from a point of view. It's just certain things just don't. You was born here. If you are a legal U.S. citizen, if you living, you thriving, you striving. Why exactly would you be making stress for yourself by concerning yourself with issues and problems that literally has nothing to do with you or the price of tea in China? With that being said, I do love y'all. I do care about y'all. Citizens or no citizens, I care about people in general. I'm just speaking from the legal aspect and the way it is seen in the eyes of the law, and as far as the way it is seen from a bird's eye view, from a view that you might not be able to see at. Remember, do what you gotta do for you. I love y'all.